What's up, guys? Welcome back to Drippy with Jesus. My name is Leela, and today joining me, I have Michaela. Michaela, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a wife and mom of 6 kids and a full-time youth minister at St. Philip in Franklin, Tennessee.
Awesome. Do you have any drip that you can show us today?
I do. I've got my miraculous medal, but I've also got a little charm on it that says Fiat, and it just reminds me of all the times that I thought I had a plan and God said otherwise, and I had to say yes, just like Mary did.
That's awesome. Today my drip is this shirt. It says, Mama Mary, pray for us. And then I'm wearing, well, you can't see it, but I'm wearing JP2 socks. Can't really see them. Sacrilegious. Yeah, let me fight. Like that. I'm so sorry. And then the regular hat signed by the missionaries from Cove Crest this year. Oh, you haven't seen it? I forgot.
Nice.
Yeah. If you just haven't seen it, there it is. And then on the inside, it actually says, "You are the beloved." And one of the missionaries wrote that for me. And it's also another reminder of Mary for me. Nice. So today we're going to be talking about theology of the body. Are you ready?
I am.
Alrighty. So Michaela, what is theology of the body and who wrote it?
So St. John Paul II wrote Theology of the Body. When I say wrote, I use that word loosely because he didn't actually write the book. He wanted to and then was named Pope, but it's not really acceptable for popes to write books. So he used the Wednesday audiences over about 5 years, and those are where the Pope comes out and gives a talk to the people in the courtyard in Rome. And so he used those times to give little tidbits of theology of the body, and eventually they were compiled into a book.
Nice. So like what was written in those audiences?
A lot. There's a lot of information in theology of the body. But basically it's not a new teaching. It's breaking down teachings that we've always had in the church. But it's helping us to better understand why we were created, and what our purpose is in life.
So most people, they think it's just like a sex ed class, and is that really what it is?
No, absolutely not. It's all about how we were created through love, for love, and how our bodies and souls are one together, and how we go about treating each other, since we're all made in the image and likeness of God.
Beautiful. Would you say that theology of the body goes along with I guess it goes along with the church teachings, but shoot, why did I forget what it was? Oh, Catholic social teachings.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So Michaela, what is theology of the body and who wrote it?
That is a great question. JP2, St. John Paul II, wrote, he really wanted to write a book about theology of the body, but he was named Pope before he could. And so he had what are known as the Wednesday audiences that he utilized. So the Pope will give a talk to people in the courtyard every Wednesday morning. And so about over a span of 5 years, he gave little bits of theology of the body in those audiences, and they were eventually compiled into a book.
Nice. I don't know what I was going to ask.
What's the purpose and importance of it?
Oh, yeah.
I should have just kept talking.
So,
No,
okay.
So what does theology of the body say about taking care of ourselves and loving ourselves?
Theology of the body says that we are made up of our body and soul, that they are connected, that they're united. So there's several layers to taking care of ourselves then, right? So we have to make sure that we exercise, we feed ourselves good things, we get plenty of sleep, we take care of our physical body. But we also have to take care of our spiritual body, our spiritual part of our body, our soul as well. So we've got to make sure that we make time for prayer and silence, go to Mass, and feed ourselves spiritually as well. But taking care of ourselves also means that we should somewhat demand in a way, respect from others too. We want to love people authentically, but we also deserve to receive love authentically. And that can look many different ways in relationships. So like your friendships, you could have a toxic friendship that's not healthy where somebody is using you, or you could have a relationship with a boyfriend or a girlfriend that isn't healthy as well. And being able to identify those things and not let yourself be used is also an important piece of theology of the body.
So, just I'm having a hard time understanding this. So, like, when someone's mistreating you, like, for you to be able to recognize that, that's not nourishing for your soul. That's a part of theology of the body, and loving yourself. By loving yourself, you are recognizing that the love that you need is not coming from that relationship.
Exactly.
And so it's teaching you to, choose yourself over, saying, oh, I need friends or something like that.
Well, and yes. And choosing yourself is okay sometimes. And we don't always like to do that. A lot of times we like to think about other people, and we forget that there's an important piece there that, God doesn't want us to suffer unnecessarily as well.
Very nice. So, Michaela, how can we encourage more teens to read Theology of the Body?
I would love for more teenagers to read Theology of the Body, but the reality is it's a pretty thick book, and not every teenager is going to be able to read it. So I think utilizing local resources and even resources that we have on a national level is probably the better way to go for most teenagers. So people like Jason Everett, who has done many studies over the years for teenagers on theology of the body, he's a great resource. And then also Christopher West, he might be a little more heady. He mostly does stuff for adults, but he's got some good stuff out there too. And then there's a really great video that Father Mike Schmitz does. That's about 10 minutes long, that does a good overview of theology of the body as well. But of course, don't forget, like, the youth ministers in the parishes, priests are great resources. If you have theology teachers, if you go to Catholic schools, all of those people are great resources.
Nice. That's good to know, because I have lots of questions all the time about it. And I know that you guys can have questions, and so it's good to know that there's some resources out there for us. Would you say, like, maybe, there probably is videos, but, like, videos on, like, a certain just topic of that theology of the body covers would...
Father Mike Schmitz is the best one that I found so far. There's all your typical ones on, like, chastity and purity, which everybody puts under theology of the body, which it is, right? But I think even, like, tying it back to your question about Catholic social teaching, Mother Teresa is a great resource for theology of the body, not in a formal way, but she lived her life making sure that everybody felt loved. So I think there's some great saints out there that we can delve into. Edith Stein was another great one. Again, she's a philosopher, so a little deep, but there's some good, like, quotes. But I don't have any other specific videos off the top of my head, but those are all good people to look into.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you guys for watching. And remember always, you are beloved.